Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris. In our Federation series, this is episode 20 of Federation, which means we are going to take a bit of a break from Federation after this one. If you're watching this live, if you're not watching it live and it hasn't been coming out day to day, it's already been out. Episode 21 might be available for you right now. But just as a heads up, we are going to be taking a bit of a break if this series is fresh for you at the moment. We are actually going to be jumping back into Against All Odds Season 4 in the Long Dark in the 6 p.m. time slot for a little while. We were just looking at Wittress Prime, the newest colony going up now that we have some more core systems available. Also, this is going to put us up to 10 of 11 core systems, so we have an additional colony that we can start. But I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've got another one on the way. It's been a few days since I booted the game up, so we're going to take a look at what our options are. But we're definitely colonizing Wittress at the moment. It's on the way, and plenty of energy income.
Construction complete.
Someone had suggested to me that I talk to the Julian ancients about getting them into the Federation. Notice we don't have that particular option. Because they're a fallen empire, we can't do that. But someone had also said that we should be able to colonize Fuo 4A without an issue, despite the fact that it's right next to the Julian ancients. Because the Julians are not particularly warlike as compared to, say, the Spire Shard. So that's something we will do as soon as we can. Also, I think we're building our final battleship here on Earth, so we're going to have 10 battleships in the first fleet, 20 cruisers, 30 destroyers, 40 corvettes.
Incoming transmission.
What do we have here? Trade deal offer. So they're willing to give me Garanthium ore if I give them Urantic crystals. Sure, ship hull points plus 10%. Let's do it. Not a problem at all. So right now we're still building up our core worlds a little bit. We're mostly done with it, but we have Wittress Prime that is still growing its population, and then a few new buildings that are still being fully upgraded. I think our core planets... no, there's still some here that are finishing up for the first time. We've had some population leave these worlds as well, so a little bit of back and forth. Interesting. We can upgrade to the newest level of planetary capital on Earth, which I think is only possible on Earth. Yes, that's right. Because it is the capital of the Republic. So we're working on that as well. I don't think I'm currently a leader of the Federation fleet. Yep, the Hadrian Confederation is the Federation president. So we can't do anything with the fleet at the moment. But once we rotate back in, which is going to happen when?
Construction complete.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little while from now. Might not happen during this particular run of the series. When the series comes back for 21 through 40, then we will look at who will be the president, and we'll look at probably being president of the Federation and able to mess with the fleet again. And good, looks like our borders have touched up here, which means we can add some systems here. So the Garia system, what were we going to do here? I think what we were going to do is, this is the Epsilon sector. I think we wanted to go ahead and add that. I just wanted these borders touching, not necessarily to add them to any sectors, but just so that all of this was... so that the Fossilvan Hive didn't cut us off at any point. So that's a good win. We've got a couple of... like, for instance, this... Frontier outpost might not be necessary to hold on to, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure those borders were touching. Fleet maneuvers. Admiral Gaspar Mendez has drawn up plans for a major fleet exercise that will involve a substantial portion of our navy. The location he has chosen for these maneuvers is the Wittress system, which is close to the border of the Custodio Finu administration. The Finuans may see this as a major provocation, but if we cancel, the exercise our military will consider... See, this one's not my fault. The exercise, our military will consider it a sign of weakness. Oh, if we cancel the exercise, there we go, our military will consider it a sign of weakness. After all, Wittress lies within our space, so that was my fault. The Custodio Finu administration has no right to tell us what we can or cannot do in our own backyard. Carry out the maneuvers as planned. So, should have been a comma there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and carry out the maneuvers as planned. Might piss some people off. And I think our fleet is not... oh, it is powerful enough. So let's go ahead and do that research project with our current fleet. All right, so Witcher's Prime is almost done colonizing. Incoming transmission. Dear customer, we regret to inform you that the trade deal we negotiated for the export of Zuragel to the worlds of the Unified Solar Republic has run its course. We are, of course, more than willing to extend the deal for another 10 years if you have the energy credits to spare. Very well, we wish to extend the deal. The years just flew by, don't they? Or just fly by, don't they, human? It has now been 10 years since we arranged for our trade deal for Mutagon crystals. Do you wish to extend the deal for another decade? Yes, let us continue. Also, let's see if we have... I can't remember if there are additional... Yeah, there are. The Rigan Commerce Exchange. Let's see if we can go ahead and arrange... I guess we're already trading with them? I'm confused. I guess it's already going. Yeah, Rigan Spice. Alright, so happiness +5. So we've already got that one, that's why. My bad. Witcher's Prime has been established. That's 10 of 11, so we can add an additional core system. But for now, let's go ahead and definitely... This needs to be a Xenozoo. But we can't have a Xenozoo until a little bit later in the colony's development. So instead what I'm going to do is just queue up all of these particular blockers. And we're also going to go ahead and put in a basic science lab there. So awesome that we've got a couple of Gaia worlds in our territory. Not expecting that. So Quinaga, that's right, that was going to be our other world. We're currently terraforming that, and how far along is that project? Okay. 2,668 days it will be done, and then that's going to be our other core system. I remember now. So let's go ahead and send a colony ship to Fuo 4A. Just be a human colony ship from Earth. That's fine. We'll plop it down right there. This is Fuo Prime.
System survey complete.
And then we've got a construction ship with nothing to do at present. Go ahead and build a mining station there. Anything else going on that you can work on? I mean, we've pretty much built up everything we can. We can go ahead and do the mining stations in the Garia system. Technology research, Durasteel armor. Excellent. We'll have to add that in just a second. Now... The advanced fighters look pretty good. Advanced afterburners are also going to be pretty awesome for our corvettes. I think I'm going to go for the advanced fighters first. Let's see if there's anything over here that can be built. Yeah, there definitely is. Oh no, it's already been queued up apparently. Go ahead and build that mining station there though. And let's take a quick look at our ship designer to make sure all of that armor got automatically added as needed. Yep, got added there, no problem. Got added there. Awesome. All right, so the Bismarck and the Churchill also have it automatically. Quite good. So the conduct fleet maneuvers mission is happening right now. And then at some point we're going to have to take care of the of this system. We can do so now. Our fleet power is quite enough to take on this crystal construct, so we can clear that out. Lila Robius Associated Stars entered into a migration treaty with Union of Athenibian Worlds. Upgrade that. Still a few more buildings going up. Need to keep an eye on them so that we make sure all of our incomes are fully set up. Oh wow, we just lost 2 ships. The Blank and the Blank were both tragically lost with all hands when the 2 starships collided during a high-speed maneuver that was part of the ongoing Nitris naval drills. Next of kin have been notified. A sad day. Interesting. I don't actually see any lost ships. Maybe we lost raiders? No, we had 2 raiders, because we had 3 to start with and we lost 1 recently. Not sure what's going on. Alright, so we've got a colony ship on the way up there.
Colony established.
Where's that? Maybe a new colony in one of these systems. We also need to go ahead and colonize Ejok 2 when we get a chance.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and have a colony ship from Earth colonize it.
Construction complete.
Governing ethics shifts in the Finu Confederacy. Following a long period of growing support for the Alien Rights League, the Finu Confederacy has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into their government, they have become more outwardly xenophilic. Alright, so these guys are just getting better and better. The Custodial Finu administration objects in the strongest possible terms to the provocative military exercise currently being held, big surprise, in the Nitris system by human naval units. To stage fleet maneuvers on such an unprecedented scale so close to our borders can only be construed as a thinly veiled threat. Our own forces have been placed on maximum alert, and our fleet commanders have been instructed to respond to any border violations with overwhelming force. Our diplomats will smooth things over. We make a conciliatory response to lessen the diplomatic damage, but the exercise continues. Let's see what happens. We're just practicing our awesomeness. Don't mind us. Maneuvers concluded. The fleet maneuvers conducted by the blank in the Nitris system have been concluded. Admiral Gaspar Mendez reports that we have learned much from this exercise, in large part due to its immense scale. Despite any potential diplomatic repercussions, the military benefits at least have been substantial. A job well done. Fleet maneuvers modifier added for 120 months, giving the following effects. Fire rate plus 10%. Nice. So that helped. Research complete. What do we have? Ecological adaptation. So now we can terraform worlds that we live on, which is quite good. Habitability plus 5%. Yeah, we need to go for that next. That's such a quick project. We're almost done with hyper shields. So we're going to need to check our ships in just a second and see what upgrades can be done, including construction ships, science ships, etc. We'll take a look at it. Witris, how you doing? Yeah, still clearing off these blockers.
System survey complete. Research complete.
Ooh, got a research choice and a new tradition available at the same time. All right, so we do still need to research shield capacitors for sure, but also it looks like Physics Lab 3 and Power Plant, the next level power plants have become available. Let's go ahead and go for the shield capacitor to go ahead and knock that out. And then we have a new tradition available. So the next discovery tradition is Science Division. The number of science and medical officers has been increased throughout the fleet, organized into a special science division. To support this core of officers, new training programs have been greatly accelerated the rate at which we commission new science officers. Science recruitment costs reduced by 33%. Or scientist recruitment cost. There we go. All right, so this particular fleet can go ahead and come back to Earth. Let's have them hang out back here. And then are the hyper shields done? Yeah, they are. So let's now take a close look. Yeah, see, we haven't quite upgraded everywhere because we need the better power cores in order to get up to hyper shields. But it looks like the Tunis class and the Syracuse class have upgraded, so is the Neapolis class. The Assur class hasn't fully upgraded just yet, but they will. One thing we could do to make this work is go ahead and remove... I don't want to remove armor, though. I really don't. I think I'd rather wait. Yeah, those are already good. Those are not. We need to have better... All right, so the Churchill does have hyper shields. The Bismarck does not. So noted. And we've got a number of upgrades that need to be made as soon as the next power upgrade is available. But that should be soon. Let's go ahead and go to speed 3. In a relatively peaceful period at the moment. We're about to start colonizing the Fuo system. This is Delta Sector.
Construction complete.
Actually, no, it's Gamma Sector. Let's add it. While it cannot be denied that the intoxicating effects of Witris Prime's atmosphere are enjoyable and even helpful in some cases, there is pressure from the more conservative parts of the unified Solar Republic to crack down on the possibly addictive gases. Witris Prime... Yeah, governing ethics attraction, minus 30%. So it's a possible hotbed for some rebellion. Yeah, let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's do the hallucinogen removal. It's going to take 2 months away from the advanced fighter and bomber wing, but that's fine. We'll make do. What do we have here? Governor Pavel Ivanov has died. Gamma Sector's governor. So let's recruit a new governor for Gamma Sector. Looks like architectural interest is available. Oro Batorak. He's actually a Ukopraknar. A horse person, in other words.
System survey complete.
All right, it seems like things are going pretty well in Delta Sector. So maybe I need to go ahead and crank up those particular
Project complete.
incomes. Atmospheric hallucinogen modifier removed from Witcher's Prime. All right, so a little bit less happiness, but it will be okay. Things will ultimately be better off on that world, I think, as a result.
Colonization in progress.
Okay, so our research with the Ukopraknar has ended. Research agreement. All right, let's go ahead and close this out. And it looks like we have some new construction options. So let's go ahead and do that.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
How are we doing on our wormhole station range? Pretty damn far. A couple of the other... Yeah, see, these guys use... Let's talk to these guys really quickly. Let's offer a trade deal. Where we have 30-year access to wormhole stations. Now, we're at 0 right now. So let's try sending it to them and see what they say. Yeah, see, every time I've done this, you have to do something that tips it over into the 1 territory. So they're willing to do it. We just need to give them like a little bit of energy, for instance, or maybe some minerals. So if we transfer... Yeah, see? There it is. All right, and then this is going to be 30 years, confirm. That way we can have access to all their wormholes and explore a little bit more as a result.
Research complete.
What do we got? Nice, habitability +5 is done. Climate restoration, I think this is for Mars. So I think I'm going to go for that right away. Because that'll be done relatively soon. And what do we have? Really? That's the first time that's happened. I'm really surprised. Okay, well, what's it going to take, man? Minerals, instant transfer. I mean, I can afford to transfer you more. Let's do 500 minerals. Confirm. Let's see what they say. Okay, there we go. Twist my arm, why don't you? Crackdown. Okay, Lombardus Prime also has the same thing. Let's go ahead and shut that down as well.
Updated.
Couple of hallucinogens in one episode. Ah, okay, so we've got some new citizens migrating in here. Let's go for a basic power plant there. And then a visitor center there. Definitely getting this planet cleared off pretty quickly. There we go. It's been cleared off. Any other upgrades to be done to our core worlds? Alright, we do need a new... Let's do a new basic science lab there. It's a science tile. Planetary shield generator. We don't have one on Hadrian Prime yet. Let's go ahead and put one up. Haven't done one on all of my worlds yet. I'm kind of waiting for the pops to grow into place.
Colony established.
Excellent. Alright, so... Oh, there's actually more worlds now. So this arid world here can now be colonized by us. Let's see what happens if we just try it. Hopefully it won't piss the Fallen Empire off too much, because they haven't colonized Ibleen. So this is Gamma Sector, and we're just going to add these planets as well. Huh, there's Elnath. It's an actual star. A lot of these star names are actual astronomical objects. Mining stations, and... okay, good.
Incoming transmission. System survey.
Alright, we're going to have to see what that transmission is in a second, but also, let's go ahead and build an observation post here. Research agreement with the Ukopraknar, and they're willing to give me some minerals. That makes up for the minerals I just gave away. Works for me.
Construction complete.
Gotara Prime is still building. All right, what do we have here? Shield capacitor's done. Good. We can add that to some of my ships pretty soon. X-ray laser is tempting. Mining drone laser also tempting. Let's go for the X-ray laser first. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the... I was hoping we'd get access to the next power generator there again, but it didn't give us the option that time.
Colony established.
Should have it soon.
System survey complete.
We've got pretty impressive income at this point. Let's have a quick look at how the Fjoslaven Hive compares to us. They're inferior in every way at this point.
Construction complete.
They're not a threat to us, but they are inferior in every way.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
So that would explain it. Let's see. I need to go ahead and take care of the Ruby Guardians. That would be a fun event for this episode, wouldn't it? So let's go ahead and... Why don't we just charge their main station directly, followed by attacking their strongest in order. I think we can just go ahead and do this outright.
System survey complete.
Famous last words, I suppose, but we'll try it anyway. Basic hydroponic farm. Still upgrading a few vital locations.
Construction complete.
Alright, so they are jumping from system to system. What do we got? You know what? Sure. That would make you like me a little more. The First Fleet reports a significant crystalline presence in the Monboth system, evidently some kind of den, or at least a hub of crystalline activity such as it is. Monboth is home to a crystal construct unlike any previously encountered. This construct exhibits several properties associated with the crystalline entities, but greatly exaggerated. As long as it remains undisturbed, we can study it remotely from Earth. So, actually, if we can study it remotely from Earth, then let's do that. I thought we had to kill it. I didn't know we had that option. Cool. Come on, guys, get out. Don't get engaged. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. All right, well, now we don't have a choice, unless we retreat in 27 days. Which we could do.
Special project complete.
Nice. So now we have access to crystal forged plating. A xenoscience department on Earth reports that they have concluded their remote study of the crystalline construct. Again, the sheer lack of observable behavior exhibited by these entities makes it difficult to draw any solid conclusions. However, their physiological properties continue to intrigue. The study of the construct has allowed our xenobiologists, in close cooperation with our materials engineers, to begin to emulate the advanced reconstructive properties observed in the crystalline construct. Commendable. All right, so now I guess we can just freaking destroy it. All right, let's see how this goes then. There's not that many ships compared to ours, but they are quite powerful. We can watch the counts here. 10, 20, 30, and 41. We're already down a couple of corvettes, unsurprisingly. Their corvettes are dying faster, though, and we're still keeping all of our bigger ships. Corvettes are definitely going down fast. I think we're going to lose a destroyer soon. Situation log updated? Oh, debris, of course. Yeah, if we don't lose a destroyer, I'll be shocked. So far they're doing pretty well. They're holding out. Losing every last one of our smaller ships, though. Wow, holy crap. Yeah, they're gonna, as soon as the corvettes are gone, they're gonna turn their focus on the next ships. We're gonna lose at least a destroyer or two. We have to. You can see the battleships hanging back, firing some pretty large projectiles into this fray. But actually, they're holding their own. Holy crap. This is impressive. Well, now the crystalline construct is under attack. And everything is okay. Bronze Age civilization appears. The primitive aliens on Bravarium have recently advanced beyond the Neolithic era and into the equivalent of an early Bronze Age. They have started using metalworking, and the first written languages have appeared. Cities and larger communities are taking shape, and the aliens have now spread across a significant portion of the blank's surface. We are witnessing the birth of a new culture. Cool. All right, so the crystalline construct, let's go ahead and go to speed 3 so that this is over fairly quickly. It is firing on us, but our ships are surviving.
System survey complete.
This is awesome. And these aren't even the most powerful weapons that I have access to in terms of what I'm currently researching, so this is great. All right, and there it goes. All right, let's go ahead and bring you guys back. We also need to queue up all of those repair orders, but let's go ahead and get the science ship to Monboth. We're going to do those research projects, and we're going to survey that system immediately. Meanwhile, let's also queue up a ton of corvettes, please. Novikov class. So, where do I have corvette assembly yards? Earth, Sirius, Barnard Star. Oh, we need to build a spaceport here. All right, so Earth, Sirius, and Barnard Star. So, all right, that's 10. All right, so this should be 13. That should be 13. That should be 13. And you should be one more. Okay, there's that. Need to get those replaced as soon as possible. Let's go back up to speed 3. We actually need to go ahead and improve a number of stations in this area. Oh, that's not quite in our territory. Never mind. Is this, though? Yeah, it is. Gallibin is in our territory. And so is Iflor. How's the terraforming project coming?
System survey complete.
We've actually gone through a decent amount of time this episode. I wouldn't be surprised if it was almost done. Well, it's still a good ways away.
Construction complete.
Basically about 4 years off. Let's take a quick look at the surface of some of these worlds. We can upgrade that colony. Ooh, and you definitely need a... Let's do a basic mine there. This is going to be our only spot for a planetary shield generator. Let's go ahead and do that on Arrakis Prime. Still thinking in terms of a potential attack from the hive mind if they get desperate, because I do have them cut off from a lot of their territory.
Research complete.
We've got a Stellarite Devourer there we're going to have to take care of before long. Okay, we have access to the new fighters and bombers. We can also get Crystal Forged plating. Let's go ahead and upgrade our mining capabilities. We're 8 months away from access to the X-ray laser. And I'll be cutting this episode shortly here. Let's see what else. Yeah, the corvettes are slowly returning to service after they all got destroyed. But we didn't lose a single battleship, cruiser, or destroyer. That was awesome. They did well. Passed their first test of battle. Can I invite you to the Federation yet? No, because they're not independent.
Colony established. System survey complete.
All right, excellent. So now... yeah, all that's still being built up. We're good to go. Gotara 3A. You know what? I forgot that we could colonize that. I mean, we probably need to terraform it. I think there's a specific tech that allows us to terraform Tomb Worlds. Yeah. So we'll have to get there first, but we're almost there.
Debris analyzed.
I think actually climate restoration is that tech, if I'm not mistaken. Even the most ecologically devastated worlds. So we should be able to as a result of this tech that we're looking at right now.
Construction complete.
Hopefully. Of course, we have Polystia down here.
Construction complete.
Our science ship is here investigating this debris, and then he's going to survey the system after that.
Debris analyzed.
Corvettes have been built. They're all just filing into position. Oh, Custodial Fenu Administration has closed their borders. Let's go ahead and close ours. Oh, our borders are still closed to them. All right, we have access to the X-ray laser. Now, can I do the frickin' power? No, I can't. Let's go ahead and go for zero distillation. It's only going to take 36 months. Climate restoration will be done in 14 months. So I'm going to start terraforming Mars before the end of this episode. How about that? How about that for a conclusion? I just wish they would add a texture for Mars that makes it look the way you would think Mars would look when terraformed. Instead, it just looks all of a sudden completely different. Doesn't look like Mars anymore. Kind of throws me off. Throws all of us off. I'm sure they'll add it at some point. As a matter of fact, I think they said something about that, so it's not that I don't expect it to be done. It's just I'm impatient. I want it to be in the game now. Yeah, let's upgrade that too. And also, why don't we go ahead and do a Xeno Zoo? Yep, perfect.
System survey complete.
All right, so the Empire Capital Complex has been built. That's pretty nice.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
There's a tundra world that's colonizable here now. Still waiting on that one, though. That's the Holy Grail.
Construction complete.
9 months away from climate restoration. We're going as fast as we can here. Anything else that needs to be built? We've got some construction ships that are just kind of doing a whole lot of nothing. How about we... This is Beta Sector, right? Let's go ahead and add some systems to Beta Sector. Also Gamma Sector. Do you have any more? Yep. The Scod system and Haramuth. And then the Delta Sector is down here. Ooh, we might actually be able to take this system away. That would be awesome if we could. Looks like a few other systems are entering our territory. Ooh, this is an Arctic world. We need to colonize this right now. Let's go ahead and do that. This is in our territory, and that'll help us expand in this area. Let's go ahead and land some humans right here, Photera Prime. They'll be there pretty soon. How are we doing on Mars terraforming? 5 months? Excellent. It's going to be a while before mineral isolation is completed as a technology, but we'll have access to 2 levels of better mines. All right, you need to auto-explore. I don't know why you're not doing anything else. Oh, you were done with Monboth. That would be why. Build some research stations there. Comet sighted through Belt. A population of Abilene Prime, or the population of Abilene Prime, are currently witnessing a spectacular sight. A comet is passing through Abilene Prime's asteroid belt, and the effect is being described as breathtaking. Keep looking at the sky.
System survey complete.
We've got some other worlds over here that we can colonize. Actually, a bunch of worlds that we can colonize on the other side. And they've got some worlds they haven't colonized either. Interesting. All right, how are we doing? There we go. All right, so that's our Mars colonization. Biolab 3 and 4, Army upkeep minus 10%. Fleet. Let's go ahead and go for interstellar fleet traditions because that's only going to be 11 months. Let's also give the order. It is time to terraform Mars into a continental world. And that will be done before you know it. And then we have some other worlds we can potentially terraform, but we're going to wait for the next episode in the next phase of this series to do that. Let's see how Quinaga 3 is doing, because they should be pretty far along as well. Yep, just a couple of days or a couple of years away, so that's going to happen in the next episode. We'll have our 11th core system set up as well. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And again, in the next episode, which is after we come back from 20 episodes of Against All Odds Season 4 in the Long Dark, we are going to continue to, you know, basically shore up our main territory here. We might find a way to add some additional core systems like Polystia and Gedexis to our territory. While also contemplating ways to deal with the Fjosleben Hive. But we're getting stronger and stronger all the time. We can probably build an additional fleet now. I mean, we're starting to have room for an additional one, so we'll kind of keep an eye on some of our more aggressive-looking neighbors. The High Kingdom of Obadine is inferior to us, but they're not happy with us, so we'll have to keep an eye on things. But as far as our victory progress, let's take a quick look at that. It's under our situation log. Federation victory, we're at 69 of 203 available planets, so we are definitely moving towards a Federation victory. We might just need to get some additional people on board with the Federation before we're fully ready to, you know what I'm saying, before we're fully ready to actually win the game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, along with the rest of my science fiction, simulation, and survival content. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.